Hey everybody! This is going to be part two of my curriculum series, How to Build a Curriculum. And this again, this is just something that I did. This is not a foolproof. This is not a this is exactly how to do it. This is just what I ended up doing this year, and I wanted to share. So this is going to be part two. The first one was the science curriculum, and this time it's going to be history. For history, it was a little bit different. There are a lot of similarities, but there's some differences. For history, I started out with the text, and it was Our American Heritage 3, so grade 3, and I think this is by Becca. This is a nice book. I got it at Goodwill. It um, is written for third graders, and it basically focuses on it goes through history in a way that they just focus on um, different people in history, and but they don't really focus on like eras or periods or anything like that. So like when it gets to the Civil War, they're focusing on people that were important in the Civil War, but not necessarily the war itself. So it's not bad, but it's not exactly all that I want. Also, I need a grade level or two up. This is for third grade. I need something more fifth, sixth grade. So I needed a couple grades up, and I had this book last year, and it's kind of a long story, but last year we ended up having to start homeschooling kind of abruptly, and I didn't really have the time and finances to go and get, and, to really search out what I wanted before we had to start. We had to start kind of quickly. So this was kind of, I needed something, and at least we can study, some different figures in history. So for the year that we're doing now, I, again, still pretty new to homeschooling, was not sure what history curriculum to use. I wasn't sure how to really find what I needed, or what, and I wasn't sure, what is going to really work the best for my student. Um, so having this book already, I thought, well, I mean, we can finish this. We've already started it, but I want a little bit more. I don't just want, the historical figures. I want to get a little bit more in depth. So, and this is, it's written a little young. My student is, they can deal with more. So, what I ended up doing was taking the book and pretty much expanding it. So what I used for this, was just like the other one, that just like my science curriculum, I use a big 3-ring binder, inch and a half, I think this is. Um, and I have a little list on the side. That's what I'm looking at. So a 3-ring binder is what I use. A hole puncher, highlighter, source material, websites. So websites that will have the material that you need, or the information that you need, that you can expand each chapter with, or each section that you want to cover with. And a notepad and or a calendar. Um, because I ended up doing field trips more so for history than I do for anything else. So that's why I say calendar. Um, and also, some things are better. Some history field trips are better in certain times of the year. Like for us, we've got some historical reenactors in town, but they only do certain things at certain times. So that's again. Um, so what I did was I found the website, and the website, and I used more than one. I leaned a lot on Duxers, which if you saw my science curriculum video, then I used Duxers primarily for that as well. But I used Duxers along with some other things that I found online, and basically I just took each figure. So let's say I was doing Pocahontas. So I would take, okay, well, we're going to talk about Pocahontas, but what else can we talk about than just, what is here? What about, the Native American culture here? What else about her life can I find? So I would find other things about her life online, and find other things about her tribe, about the Powhatan, about like all that stuff, and put it in to the binder here along with the section about Pocahontas that's in the book. And what I did is I took it, I kind of gutted this book, if you can see. I took a lot of pages out and I put it in the binder, and that's what the hole puncher comes in for. I just took out the sections that I needed, put holes in it, put it in the binder, put some page protectors on it, and then expanded it once I put it in the binder with my extra information. And then, oh, you're also going to need some of these dividers, and I use those in my science one as well to divide the different sections of history that and that you're covering. Let's see. So that's pretty much what I did for each section. I would just expand on the information that was given in the book. Also, okay, so once you do that, you also want to put some notes, or at least that's what I did. I took handy dandy notebook, and I would jot down, okay, these are my learning goals. So at the beginning of each section, I will put my learning goals, and I can hold this up. My handwriting is awful, but you can kind of see. So this is the beginning of a section, and that little yellow paper is my learning goal. And sometimes I have more than one, and I'll have like several pieces that kind of, will keep coming down. And those are the things that I will go through and highlight throughout the sections, and that way I can remember to really emphasize those, and when we're doing review, that's what I want to make sure that I come back to, because that's, it's information I think that they really need to know. Let's see, I added some maps, like when we did pre-Columbus America. I was able to find some maps that have color coding for each of the Indian tribes, and this was Duxter's. So this is part of a whole section that Duxter's had on Native American tribes, so there's way more than that. And there's also a section on their housing, their recreation. So I found a lot on that site. I love that site right now. But also, there's some great information that you can find on the Pilgrims. Jamestown actually has a its own little. It's got a site, but it's like you can schedule to go there or something like that. But their site has a ton of information about the Pilgrims and about Squanto. So that's where your notebook will come in, and then your calendar, you can have kind of seasonal historical activities that you can do. Like if we're talking about Native Americans, like right now we are getting ready to finish up Pocahontas, and we're going to go into like not Pilgrim life, but like colonies. So it's fall, going to be getting into winter. So we can schedule some things around town or some activities that kind of have to do with with life in that era. We've got some farms around here that might have some things that the kids can do. So that's another place where your calendar would come in handy. Oh, once you find all of your information, the best thing, what I found, instead of just printing off, everything as you come across it, is I assembled it all on my Google Drive. I created I may have done more than one document, and as I found things, I assembled it in the way that I wanted it, in the in the order that I wanted it in Drive. I got it all, organized, and if I wanted to add something extra in it or any extra notes, then I can do that. And then I printed it off as I needed as I needed it and put it into the folder. So when I was done, I've got this nice, good sized curriculum with enough stuff for the rest of the year, or really until not this probably won't be a whole year. This is America up until the Civil War. So once we get to that, we're actually going to be using, or I'm planning anyway, to use a actual textbook. But this was something that I had to come up with in a hurry, and that I needed for financial reasons and everything else. And it worked out pretty well. It's what we've been using so far, and it's going pretty good. Let's see, some other things that I found. And this is something I picked up the other week. We're getting ready to get into the Revolutionary War. Well, not just yet, but soon enough. And I went to Hobby Lobby, and I didn't know that. I don't go to Hobby Lobby that often, but I picked up, and I was an activity for tracking the Revolutionary War, but they had a ton of history stuff, you guys. And maybe you guys already know that, but I didn't know that, and I'm going to be heading back there to pick up some more stuff. That's going to be a dangerous store for me. It's going to be hard for me to not buy everything. But yeah, so I picked up this little game that you can use. It's a game that each kid is a soldier on the British, on either the colonists or the British side, and you kind of take the pencil over here, and you track, you move your soldier along the battle, along the, oh gosh, the battle, it's not battle lines, the way that the war went. So, the war starts off here at Lexington and Concord. Is that it? I think that's where it started. Okay, and then you kind of move your soldier throughout, and it tracks, how the Civil War went, and exactly where it spread and when and how. And I thought this was really good, because something I always had trouble with in school was tracking exactly what was going on in the wars. I Okay, they would tell me where they are, but I don't know where that is. Where's Lexington and Concord? Where's, you tell me it's in Boston Harbor. Well, yeah, it's in Boston, but where's Boston? Exactly where in Massachusetts would I find this? So that I thought that was really good, and because when I was in fifth grade, I had no idea. I don't know where that is, So I thought this would really help when we get to that point in history to really track where it is. We'll play the game, but we'll also track where are the soldiers now, where are the British now, okay, they started here, what year was that, and it's got the historical what battle it was and all that stuff. So it's got it all right there. And this is just several sheets. So you can play it a lot. So, and they've got one for the Revolutionary War as well. So if this works out pretty good, then I'm gonna go get that. Some other things I picked this up at the Dollar Tree is stickers, and this is all the United States presidents in order. And this is just several sheets of that. And we've been using that. Last year we were memorizing the presidents. So we'll get back into that, and as we're not at the point in American history where we have any presidents yet, but once we get there, we're going to be tracking it with some help from these. So that's just a little extra I thought I would throw in. So that is how we are doing history right now, or at least that is our history guide, and that's how I made it. You don't have to, print out all of this. Another option is, once you've assembled it in your drive or your document, I suggest Drive, because then you can take it anywhere and you can have it on your phone. You you can just reference it when you need it. So, if you don't want to print it out and have, to deal with, ink and running out and, because those cartridges are expensive, um, you you can refill them at Walgreens, but still, you don't want to have to pay for stuff if you don't want to. You can save it in your drive and just use it when you need to use it, and you can use it on your like a tablet or something like that. Um, so that is it, and hopefully I'll have some more videos coming up next. I think the next one will probably be on tutoring. I haven't done that yet. So fall break is nearly over, so I hope to get at least one more video, probably tomorrow. Um, yeah, just one more video in. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.